God tells Abraham, Lech, Lecha, go out. Leave behind your country, your birthplace, and your father's household. You may say, not that difficult. His father made idols, and Abraham believed in God. How tough could that have been? It's very difficult to make a clean, full break with our past. There's a story told about a great rabbi in Israel. A number of years ago, we got the news that the New York Yankees had won the World Series. When he was a kid, he was a huge Yankees fan, so he made a kiddush in his shul that Shabbos. Not for the reason you'd expect. Not because the Yankees won. He made a kiddush to celebrate the fact that when he got the news, it no longer meant anything to him. He felt that now, as a rabbi in Israel of stature, it wasn't appropriate for him to still be rooting for the Yankees. But it wasn't easy to get to that level where news that they won the World Series no longer meant anything. So he made a kiddush to celebrate that. I have to make a confession. I am not quite yet there, don't know that I'll get there. I'm from Philadelphia. The Phillies earlier this week blew 2 chances to win a home game to make it back to the World Series. And their season came to a gut-wrenching end. And it did bother me. I'm over it, but it bothered me. To this day, if I hear the Rocky theme song, I'm ready to run through a brick wall. It is not easy to make a full, clean break with our past. But look at Abraham's family members helping him along the way. When he leaves with his wife, Sarah, and her brother, Lot, Abraham's nephew. It may be even more difficult for them to leave, certainly more tragic, because when they're leaving, they're orphans. Their father has died, and they leave. And then Abraham marries his second wife, his Egyptian maidservant, Hagar. She wasn't just a run-of-the-mill Egyptian. The rabbis explained to us that she was Pharaoh's daughter. She wasn't just leaving her father's household. She was leaving the palace where she was a princess to become a maidservant in Avram's household. It's like God's pointing at her, telling Avram, look what she did. You know how inspirational that must have been? If she could leave the palace to become your maidservant, you can make a clean break. And then there's one more member of the household, Avram's faithful, loyal servant and student, Eliezer, whom the Medrash tells us was the son of none other than Nimrod, the guy who built a tower to try to go to heaven to fight against God. That is a next level bad dude. But Eliezer was able to make a clean break with him to become Abraham's servant. Again, that had to be incredibly inspiring to Abraham. God was putting in place these various family members to assist and support and inspire Abraham along the way so that he could make that clean break. And that's what God does for all of us. No matter what test or challenge or obstacle we face, God gives us the resources beforehand to meet it, greet it, and beat it. Sometimes the resources are financial. God will give us the money so that we can pay for the help that we need. It might be the right doctor, therapist, counselor. It might be the right family member. It might be the right friend or neighbor, neighborhood or organization. It might be the right teacher, rabbi, influential person in your life, employee, boss, the right book, the right community. It may not be apparent. You may have to look for it, but it's there. God gives us the resources to pass every test we face.